Okay, today we're going to be looking at the symmetric substrings. So what the symmetric substrings will do is it's going to take a string and it's going to return an array of all the substrings that are palindrome strings. So what the palindrome, for those of you who don't know what the palindrome substring is, what string is, it's any string that is the same in the forward as is in the backward. So let's say we have ABA. This one is a palindrome substring because it's ABA in the forward as well as the ABA in the backwards. If we do add another B here, this is going to be the entire string, and then the substring, the palindrome substrings will still be ABA, but here we have the BAB as a palindrome substring. So we want to grab those two substrings that are palindrome. So, okay. How are we going to solve this problem? Let's close this out. So first, I'm going to define an empty array that will be gathering all the palindrome substrings is equal to empty array. And here, my strategy is, let's say I have an example of ABA, ABC. So here we know that the ABA is a palindrome substring. We know BAAB is the palindrome substring, and we know that AA is a palindrome substring. So I'm going to be anchoring with the start index, and I'll be iterating the end index from the next index from the start index. So we'll be doing the nested loop. So here I will start with the start index looping. I'll call it the start index, and then inside here I'll be doing another index, but then this time I will start at the next index of the start index. So it's going to be start index plus 1. So when the start index is 0, our end index is going to start at 1. We're going to be iterating it and comparing each string that we can find with start index and the end index. So here the substring in the interest is self, from self start index to end index, and we're gonna be shoveling into the substrings if the substring is equal to the substring dot reverse. So what dot reverse method does is that it takes a string and it's just gonna reverse the string that it takes. So basically, so the substring which basically isn't forward, and the reverse makes it backward. And if they are equal, that means we know that it's a palindrome substring. So we're gonna shovel that substring into the array when we know for sure that that is the a palindrome substring. So I'm gonna end the loop here, and finally I will return the symmetric substring, this array. Cool. I think that does it. Let's test it in the pry. Let's go to pry. Okay, I'll load symmetric substrings.rb. Cool. Let's actually take an example over here. So here we are supposed to get an array of ABA, BAAB, and we know that we're going to get AA. Cool. Let's try it. Alright, we define string is equal to this, and let's do string dot symmetric substrings, and yes, indeed, we got the ABA, BAAB, and AA. They are all the substrings. So let's actually do another one is equal to AA. It's just going to be a simple one, and we'll do, yep, we got it. So this is how you want to solve it. If you guys have a different way to do it, let me know. This is actually the big O of this this method is the n square, which is quite inefficient because here we're gonna have to find out all the substrings that original string has, and then we're just going to test if that's a palindrome, and then just shovel into the substring symmetric substrings array. But let me know if there's a better way to do it, and I'm happy to learn always the efficiency of any methods or any algorithm that I'm using with. So yeah, that's it for me.